Right, so last thing I remember, we defeated the demon or whatever, and then we fixed the... We did something to the ward stone.
We march ahead.
I think I talked to everyone already. Some of these I think I have to do later. The ruins I gotta do. This I probably gotta do. This, Bandicoot participated in the attack on Canaveras, is retreating in direction of Dresden. Capture and eliminate them. Okay, so this I probably gotta do. This, I don't know, is probably random. We're just waiting to command 10. Okay, this I gotta do right now. To Dresden. Between the two cities there are miles and miles of lands maimed by the claws of the abyss. How many of those who set out will reach their destination alive? Anyone join them along the way? Time is a luxury you do not have, and the chances the whole situation will change unpredictably increase with each passing day. I gotta do this also. And this I'm guessing is random, maybe. Or I'll find it randomly or something. For now, I just gotta talk to person. I don't know if I should sell some of this stuff. I don't think anyone uses this. I don't know if I need to bother leveling characters I'm not gonna use. Because I know, I don't know if it's like, was it the game like that tactics game, Final Fantasy Tactics, where like there's certain times where you use like separate parties. I don't know if it was that one. It might have been a different one. But so I ended up using characters that were like under leveled. Might have been Ogre Tactics. I don't know, or Tactics Ogre. I don't know, like, because I mean, I don't want to have to like look up like builds for all these characters constantly. Just on the chance that I'm gonna freaking use them in a random thing. Battle. But this one I guess I can do. What is it, level 6? The heck? I guess I should do, what is it? Monk? Where's Monk? Traditional Monk, I think. See, what are the skills? Equation 5. I think I only need 5. Knowledge Arcana 2. I think I need. What you got? I got that. Okay, mobility 3. Have that. So athletics, use magic device, and perception. What should I put point in? Athletics, probably. What was the skill it wants me to get? I don't know what it's supposed to get, man. Root initiative. Wait. Why can I not get this? Do I already have this? Oh, I do already have it. Improved initiative. Okay. The other characters, I'm not sure if I need to level because I'm probably never gonna use these. All right. For mythic, it is last stand. These characters I'm probably never gonna use. I probably won't ever use her. I may, but probably not. So I'm not sure if I should even bother with these characters. So randomly switch. What is it? Sorcerer or Slate? Wait, what does it want me to do? What the hell is Battle Scion under? Witch? No, Sorcerer? Slayer? Bald? His should be Perception, Mobility, and Knowledge. I don't think it really matters because I'm not really gonna use him. Knowledge what? World. This bonus feat. Lingering combat combat casting in courtly presence. I already have. Hold on. It would be. Hold on. I'm guessing no. Here, no. Whatever. Bro, I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't let me pick. I don't know why it doesn't let me pick the. What's it called? Lingering performance or early presence. I don't know where. Lingering performance. What the hell is Doesn't even show it on here. What is it? Is it like a feat or? Okay, so maybe I would have got it. Or am I looking at the wrong thing? No, it says level 1. And it shows things that you can't get. So I mean, where is it, man? Yeah, whatever. I don't have time to be. Spells. Expeditious retreat. And then whatever, I guess. Or wait, no. Cure light wounds, expeditious. Grease, Unbreakable Heart, and Vanish. Maybe... No, not Unbreakable Heart. Grease? Alright, this guy, I don't think it really matters. Where's Last Stand? Here we go. Hey, how's it going? How have you been? Oh, that sucks. Have you, planned a trip to the dentist yet to have it checked out? Or is it just like a toothache or something? Ah, okay. You're gonna have to tough it out till then, I guess. Did it just start, or has it been going on for a little bit? Ah. Yeah, that sucks. Hopefully, something that can be dealt with pretty quick and easy. I don't know if I should... it doesn't matter for this character. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Our path leads on.
I wonder if I should take his cloak. I think I will do that. And his ring. Insect glass shaft, an ornate amber glass, built by a long golden pin, and fasten the word slope. Unarmed attacks, natural attacks, deal 4. Oh. Oh wait, no, it says weapons too. Oh, swarms. Maybe. Take this. No, I'll take this also. Sorry, man, I'm taking all your stuff. Who would... Wait, what is this? Recharge ring. Oh, water. I guess she could use... Wait, you can't use 2, right? Yeah. I guess you can take 1. do they have a... Do have ability damage. Wait a minute, I have to use restoration because this is permanent. Come on, man. Wonder if I should put it on her instead. For now. Yeah, I'm not playing a kineticist. Okay, now I think I'm basically done. Do I have any like Spanish, British Read? Yeah, a lot of these are level 1. I should probably just sell them. Probably just sell anything that's level 1, right? Let's do that so I don't get confused. Who is it? This guy? Okay. The level 1. So that. I think most of these are gonna be. I'll keep these. These are actually gonna be useful, even at level 1. Level 1. Yeah. That's level 1 also. I think most of these are gonna be level 1. I think buffs and healing are the only things that will be like kinda useful. Healing is buffs or whatever. Saves me a spell slot. Or a spell use or whatever. This I'll keep. Wait, what is this? This is... yeah. Actually, no, you know what? It's Sonic, I'll keep it. This keep... This will a curse of weakness. I mean, that's good. Fairy Fire level 1, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Probably get rid of this. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Anything level 1 is gone. They give you so many freaking level 1 things. Okay, that's it. Now I need to buy arrows, actually. I don't know why I'm looking at that. I'm not gonna buy it. Let me look at the my build thing real quick. It has like equipment on there. Just in case he might have it in one of these shops. This is a weapon shop, right? Mostly. Rock of Nature. No. So much different things that I don't know. No, it's the same damage, right? Yeah. Great sword. It's the same damage. How is it the same damage if it's +2? Does Finian just have higher? No. That's lower. How is that possible? How do they have the same damage? It's weird. Because it has the enhancement like accounted for, right? How does that? I don't get it. Yeah, see where it says like does Ghost Touch add thing? I don't know, it's kind of weird. I mean, either way, I'd probably keep this one just because it has Ghost Touch and Cold Iron. Maybe I'd have to like buy it and see it, but I don't want to waste freaking 8,300 gold. Oh yeah, I don't think I'm buying any of this. This guy not have arrows? No. Interesting. Where's the other guy? What would he be? It would be this guy that sells arrows, I'm almost certain. If I would do any wine shop route, does the Crusade really need this much alcohol? Will Sir smile shyly? Don't think I'm trying to encourage drunkenness among our crusaders. It's all in good fun. A way to blow off some steam. When soldiers can gather by the fire and raise a cup to honor both the living and the dead, it reminds them that life goes on. But those who drink to excess or to the detriment of their duties won't get a drop from me. There is no sight more depressing than a drunkard. He's the quartermaster, so I would think he would have arrows. The only other guy I know is that priest guy. I don't think he'd sell arrows. That'd be weird. What was that armor again? Glowing scales.
I will guide us.
Who would have arrows? Kirby, Commander, Chapel, Field Medic. I don't remember who the heck would have arrows. Guess we can check this guy. Well, I wanted to buy cold iron arrows. Just for like things that have like damage resistance. I'm gonna have magic weapon thing, right? I think. No. This. I mean, that should work, I guess, for now. Because I wanted to buy it for Wendu. She would have something to be able to, like, hit demons or whatever. I guess I could use... No, because I'd have to switch to melee.
Without a doubt. Forwards.
I think the tavern guy was the one that sold arrows, maybe. No, it was the blacksmith guy.
We march ahead.
Wonder if I should... What is it? I have something, this. I don't know if it's gonna be useful though. Scabbard. I think it takes... Let me see what he says. This? Oh, he's talking about the freaking weapon. Grandpa Elf, watch where you're poking your fingers, it tickles. Elf looks at you with unusual impatience. Shall we? Broken buckle. What about... what is it? The freaking scabbard. Hello, Grandpa Elf. Storyteller carefully takes Finian from your hands. Hello, Finian. closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His face contorts into a painful grimace. I'm coming to again. How long have I been here? They kept me in a cage for 3 days. I know this because 3 times the light under the door disappeared for a long time. Then they chained me to the table, and the bladesmith, everyone calls him the bladesmith, he placed a device with a jar over me. Feels like I'm being fried. At first I tried to break free, but I got tired. Then I screamed. But now I've lost my voice, though the pain is burning right through me. The storyteller stops. His voice changes, becoming more frightened. I think I lost consciousness again. But when I woke up, the pain was gone, and I wasn't tied to the table anymore. I was standing near it, and someone else was lying on the table, a burned corpse covered with a black crust. The master took out a handsaw and was sawing off his head in a very focused way. I should have run back then, but I couldn't for some reason. This burned corpse had a symbol on his belt, just like I do, an eye and a star. My favorite belt, and a good one. Where would a stranger get one? Must have been someone from my clan, some distant family member. So I'm guessing whoever it was, like, put his spirit into something, his consciousness. Storyteller stops. When he speaks again, you hear only a muffled whisper. Those crusaders. I was glad when I saw them. I thought they'd come to help. But how? How was it that I killed them all? Someone told me to, and I obeyed. I don't understand. I understand nothing now. I need to catch my breath. I need all this to stop, even just for a minute. I just have to. Have to understand what's happening to me. Just need to rest. The dead have no future, but storyteller smiles. I see an endless ocean on a good day, in a boat, flying over the waves. I am so excited, but I do not know whose vision this is. Is this a soul existing here and now, or a soul reborn? Storyteller gives Finian back to you. Please take care of this young lad. He is finally in the right hands. Do not worsen his suffering by involving him in dishonorable deeds. Come on, Grandpa Elf. I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid. I don't know what horrors you were talking about, but don't you worry about it, alright? Look after yourself. Storyteller takes the page from your hands. His fingers touch the ancient letters gently, examining them lightly, following their lines. I see myself. Young, energetic, able to see. Oh gods, have I found the key to my past? Finally, I will find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. Elf's expression becomes withdrawn. The wrinkles on his face soften. Thank you, and please follow me to my story. Let us embark on this journey together. Storyteller inhales sharply after a few times and begins his story. They are leaving. The people of Kyonin are faced the coming earthfall and admitted that they were incapable of handling this disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers, all of them hurry to the gate to Rian. Looking around fearfully, a clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Golarion. I am ashamed, and I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of catastrophe, but my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors to their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat notebook with a tree bark cover. In case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I watched the gate of the Sorian stone, separating me from them. It's time for me to go too. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds. In case you change your mind, he hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much. I will lose heart and find my way to Sobrion. That will never happen. My mouth set stubbornly. I tear my master's notebook to pieces. I use my forced pride as a shield against my fear of what is to come. It is time. Oh, wait, no, I already read that. Why did they all decide to flee, not fight? Storytellers' lip purse with disdain. They are afraid to lose what they have. They were rulers, long lived and powerful. They valued their lives and sunshine too much to enter the fight with the aftermath of the Earthfall. Your mentor is a mage. Then you must be too, yes? Yes, I'm an archmage, and this title is well deserved. Have acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in many areas of magic. But curiosity has always pushed me toward new knowledge since the first day of my apprenticeship. What is the Sovrion Stone? Magnificent crystal bent into an arch by a mighty hand of an ancient divine creator. Our great gate to other worlds. It breathes power. It dreams of eternity. Why are you angry at your fellow elves? Spent many hundreds of years in Kyonin. I have always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest that was our home. But the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I love Golarion, all its places, all the forms it manifests in. I traveled widely and came home and told my kinfolk about my travels, but they weren't interested. They only cared about Kyonin. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world makes me sad and angry. Earthfall happened at night. I am standing at the top of my tower, many miles to the north of Kyonin, and I see a blaze far in the south. I hear a horrendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to huge rock, rushing down on my world, and then a blow. Vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Golarion and up to the vaults of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from burst vessels, filling my eyes with darkness. Drowning in timelessness, along with the countless denizens of Golarion, never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I come around, the darkness remains, my first terrible thought. I'm blind. But no, little by little, I begin to see the stone wall. I am alive, but why is it so dark? The answer is quick. The smell of ash everywhere. A great burnt sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles of what was recently the continent of Aslan. The great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and moon, dooming us to dusk at day and complete darkness at night. My heart sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my mind. Why did I stay? Why didn't I run like everyone else when I had the chance? I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Earthfall, proudly, like the last Archmage of Kyonin should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? No, that will never happen. I am still alive and I can fight Earthfall and the darkness, not run from it in a blind panic like my kinfolk and cowardly teacher. But what can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from their destruction. What can I do? I am but one Archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. What is Earthfall? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a meteor, right? A disaster of untold proportions. An unborn planet dropped on Golarion by blind fate or someone's evil will. A blow so strong that the continent of Aslan is destroyed within moments, turned to ashes, wiped off the face of Golarion. In this burnt sacrifice, clouds of ash and dust are born, stealing our sun. Without the warmth of our star, the air cools, the soil is barren. Dark creatures crawl out of their lairs to rule. And the most frightening thing, without the sun, all hope dies in the heart. This is the age of darkness. 1,000-year period in which the sun's light was blocked by the ash knocked into the atmosphere by the meteoric impacts of Earthfall. It began with the rain of meteorites summoned from the sky by a powerful magic. Oh, so it was summoned. It's interesting. Someone summoned. It wasn't just one. It was multiple. Someone summoned multiple meteorites. For what point? That lasted until the sun's light had been restored, roughly a millennium later. During the Age of Darkness, all major civilizations across Galarian were destroyed, ushering a time of anarchy and destruction. What was the tower you mentioned? I retreat to the north of Fionin, my home away from home, my observatory. From its top, I watched the stars, and when they were correctly aligned, the other worlds as well. Here in the northern wastelands, I found the highest mountain and built a tower atop it. On clear days, I could see the mist over the lake of mist and veils in the east. That's how high I was. What are you gonna do next? I don't know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much stronger than me. Without noticing, the storyteller raises his voice to a shout. It is merciless. It does not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of Galarian civilization. They will sink into oblivion, be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think. The elf suddenly winces and is silent for a few moments as he calms his heavy breathing. Forgive me, I shouldn't have raised my voice. The story was much harder than many before it, most likely because I played the main role in it. It is so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing up inside me. Tearing me up inside. Those that I felt a long time ago and do not remember them. Like I split, I became both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended at that moment. Please, if you find other pages covered with ancient elven writings on your travels, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on my past, and we'll find out how my story ended, and perhaps even why I forgot it. Wait, he's just repeating this, right? Yeah, he's okay. Thank you for your stories. What do I do with... Do I give this to, what's her face? I probably can't give it to her right now, right? Oh, okay. I thought I was supposed to, like, repair it or something. It's something else I'm supposed to repair. Not this. Is it this? Yeah. A buckle. I think I have enough to repair it, but do I want to? I think I just talked to people now. I guess I can always just buy things later. Don't mind me, I'm just looking through all your stuff. With a tiny pet sovereign dragon. Morale bonus, knowledge, lore nature, lore. Okay, sure, why not? For 1 hour. Okay. These are items, right? Sight bonus, perception, skill checks. Who has highest perception? Probably Camellia, I would think. Plus 11? No. I guess this guy. Why is this guy's perception so high? Class skill, maybe. I guess I can give him the whatever this thing is. Pipe fox. What is this? Knowledge? I guess her? Probably. Nenio? Yeah, I'll give it to Nenio. You get a dragon.
I will see this through. Our path leads on.
We just save it and then use whatever this is. I don't think I need to, but knowledge, athletics, mobility, persuasion, maybe perception. Once per day, right? Yeah. Okay, well. The queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she just announced the fifth crusade. The face of the ruler of Mendip appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply. Her opponent? Huh?
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds.
Okay.
I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation.
Wait. Let me get something straight. I come along, I help save the city, save the Wardstone. Something everyone's struggling to do. We push back the demons, right? I'm a huge help, right? I help the city, whatever, the people, save people. And my reward is to be treated like an opponent. So because I helped save the city, my reward is to be sent to a city that was overrun a long time ago by demons and was abandoned for years. And to go take it back single-handedly. Why, thank you, Queen Galfrey.
A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Social Bainik.
Queen nods to the human man and young halfling woman standing next to her.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
Inquisitor of the Church of Iomade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
So the two people who are gonna help me, besides the army, is a zealot who probably wants to burn everyone at the stake, and the librarian. Okay.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
You're alright, man.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, her trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
When you met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you make me the commander of the new crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it.
That's very bold.
However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
I have some questions about my mission to retake Dresden.
Of course, I shall answer.
How did the demons manage? Well, I mean, it was that guy, right? That disappeared. Or he didn't disappear, he ran off with the succubus.
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
So for 7 decades, it's been abandoned and overrun with demons, and you want me to retake it? Okay. On Vane, I saw him at the Great Garrison. He defected to the demon side.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
Well, he kinda... I don't think he... Well, I guess he kinda did betray us. But, he distracted us from killing Minago, so I guess. All Knights are a collection of knightly orders with a unique focus on the promulgation of law. Unlike paladins, they are interested less in social good and charity than the foundation and stringent maintenance of order at all costs. People cannot be trusted to obey the law of their own sense of civility and social righteousness. Hell Knights provide the need to obey out of fear of a master's stern hand. Okay. Tough choice, I understand. Punish him with a life of disgrace and humiliation. And that life finally broke him. It's sad, but not surprising. Shouldn't have stayed the hand of justice. If he died, he wouldn't be betraying you again now. Chaotic. You have exiled him, let him go wherever he wanted. That way he would have either changed his life for the better or realized he had no one to blame but himself. I mean, I wouldn't say it was a tough choice, but sure.
Thank you for your support. The longer you live, the more things you do, and the more criticism you endure. Today, many blame me for all manner of reasons, and few try to understand my actions. Your words warm my soul.
What forces are at my disposal?
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit.
I guess.
These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead.
It's been decades and no one has managed to retake the city. Why do you think we're different? Exactly, that's what I just asked.
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris.
So they're weakened.
We must attack swiftly, before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
Okay. What about long-term goals? You know how to get rid of the world wound forever.
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold, the very threshold of the Abyss.
Okay. I got everything she said. The one thing sticking out in my mind is that she said mages and not mages. No more questions.
Wonderful.
You know the souls of angels from heaven are confined in the world. She probably knows.
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Kenobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. Nevertheless, I am pleased that you solved the mystery of the wardstone in Kenobris and were able to save this gift of Iomede. It was a deed worthy of a knight commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Queen subtly inclines her head in solemn acknowledgement of your service. You know, I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath Canabras. In a vision, I saw a death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the world wound grew and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel, even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on their special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again? Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
Perhaps. Queen, I'd ask that you to remain with us. The Dresden campaign is the hope of the crusade, and the blessing of Iomede that you carry may be decisive in the battle.
I hear a polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign?
Maybe.
I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev.
I suppose that's true. Just kind of wanted the queen to be around, but...
But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito.
Did I just, like, possibly kill the queen? I don't know if that was, like, a decision that's gonna, like, affect later.
Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
Nice. No, I'm good.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable.
Enjoyable?
Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, she has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
Wait a minute. Is she just making my butler essentially?
It is a great honor, I suppose.
Aaron's cool expression wavers, but he seems not to be fully cognizant of what is happening. That, or he is holding himself tightly in check. This guy's gotta be pissed. Lawful. Rather frivolous gesture for a queen. It's a great idea. Chaotic. What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him this chance to serve the common cause. I mean, I'm not gonna use him, so I don't really care. Like, I don't really care how he feels about it, to be honest. It's mostly her reaction and what happens that I'm concerned with. We'll get plenty of chances to do lawful. We'll just say that's a great idea.
I knew you would approve, Commander.
The queen bestows a smile upon you, then brings her gaze to the rest on Daron once more.
I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill her orders and make a good showing of yourself.
So he's like not only is he like a count and like from a very prestigious family, if like not suspicious, what's the word? Just like a crazy past. He's also the cousin to the queen, and now he has to serve me as an aide.
Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
That's kind of messed up, man.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Count offers a bow, either as a sign of respect or in order to hide his flushed face. Only the barest quaver can be heard in his voice.
Then let's get going. May Ayomade help us.
So what exactly, do I just go to Dresden or... Wait, should I just take all this? I could just sell it, right? Wait, is this mine? This is my tent, right? I think this is my tent.
I will guide us.
Enevia sweeps an inquisitive glance over you. Tell me straight, how'd that brawl at the Grey Garrison end? I heard the rumors, of course. That's kind of my job, you know, to listen. You have no idea what cobblers the Crusaders... What? What the hell is a cobbler? You have no idea what cobblers or crusaders say about you. Some say Iomade came to you and appointed you her herald. Others say that you died, and an honest to God's angel now, leading the army disguised as you. Still, others say it was just an explosion at an alchemist lab, and I'm the one spreading the rumors about your power. Wait, and I'm the one spreading rumors about your powers. I wish. Okay. But you know, you really have changed since the Great Garrison. It's hard to describe, but you become kinda... Every waves her hand, trying to find the word. Uh, Stately, charismatic, smarter, dangerous, stronger. I have a gut instinct about these things. If I didn't, I'd already be dead. You're dangerous, Commander, and by Desna, I hope you'll be dangerous to our enemies and not to us, or to yourself. Yeah, alright. I'm assuming there's gonna be cutscenes or something. There's no way it's just like, go do this stuff. Okay, so what is the new one? Something about the... yeah. Now that the trouble in Canabras is in the past, time to visit the camp. Okay, so I can do some of this stuff. I guess I am supposed to just make my way to Dresden. Already gave him his thing. I gotta talk to Erebeth. Uh, and these are just over the, I guess, over the story or whatever. Lost relic of the Crusaders. Where Chronicles of one Crusaders are lost in the lands. Commander's army is about to pass through. March to Dresden. Right bank of the West Selin. I'm gonna assume it's gonna mark it on the map, right? A farewell. The young cleric wants to discuss something important. It might be a good idea to hear what he has to say. So gotta attack these cultists, and I gotta go to the West Selin to find a relic. Gotta talk to the cleric. Prisoners waiting for commander in the camp. I gotta talk to this guy. I gotta go this camp, wherever it is. Nameless ruins. I gotta go to the nameless ruins as well. I should probably talk to all my companions again just to make sure they don't have anything to say, right? Because if I didn't do that earlier, I would have missed out on the quest for Nenio. This? I don't know. Is this gonna be chance, I'm assuming? Or it's like hidden somewhere. I already did this. So Banner of the Citadel. This is the main quest, right? And then I gotta go here. And this is gonna happen whenever. Okay. So there shouldn't be any, like, surprise or anything. Let's talk to Wendu. We gotta talk to her, too. What do you think of your new what new powers? What is going on? I made the right choice when I decided to serve you, mistress. This power you have given me. I always thought I was destined to possess such might. Her voice is soft and deep like a cat's purr. Oh my. Sure, why not? Huntress shrugs. Yes, they would be useful in this campaign. We had had more time and weren't in such a hurry. We'd go to Seoul and show him the trophies we took from the demons. He'd stop shaking in fear and summon the tribes. But the way I see it, we don't have time to waste right now. We'll have to deal with Seoul after we conquer Dresden. Yeah. gazes at you with devotion. Thank you for talking to me. Bro, the way she speaks, my god.
Without a doubt.
Let's see. So you're the war chief now. You're going to lead us to free Sarkoris from those Fae. Fae? What is this guy talking about? Ulbrich nods his head with respect. Felt at the moment I saw you. This one is special, but did you go and get yourself a whole army in no time? That I did not expect. Bro, didn't I just meet you like a couple days ago? Probably not even, yeah, probably a couple days. One second. Let's see. So you're, moment I saw you go around the whole army and it's Mike. Well, how's your newfound power spiel? Has it gone to your head yet? Yeah, sure. Yeah, see, this is, bro. We're gonna fight demons, not Fae. He's gonna say same thing. I knew it. This guy's kinda racist. Fae, demons, angels. Ulbrich screws up his face and waves his hand in front of you like he's trying to get rid of a foul smell. They're all the same spooks. Could have stayed in their magic-y forest, happy as a pig in mud, but no, they had to poke their funny heads into the mortal world. Hold on, don't change the subject there. What do you think about being war chief? I feel proud. Finally, some much deserved recognition. It's an odd feeling. So many people are counting on me. I can't let them down. Yes, it's a scary thing to be responsible for others, especially when you're not out picking mushrooms, you're taking them to war. Even if you win, some of them surely won't make it back home, and you're the one who has to bear the burden. Ulbrich runs his hand over his beard and shakes his head in thought. But I know you'll do just fine, and not just because I've seen you you've not seen me in battle. Although you are worth a whole band of warriors in a fight. I know you'll make a fine war chief because you're not thinking about power or honors. You're concerned about the people in your charge. As long as you hold on to that, you have nothing to fear. Well, I didn't come here just to flap my gums. Since I'm going to war and you're in charge, I'd better do this the right way. Ulbrich lowers his head and says solemnly, my blade and my life are yours, war chief. I mean, it's not like I need a blade. My talons and beak will do the trick. But saying it like that is the done thing. What? Saying it like that is the done thing. The right thing? Correct thing? Whatever. Anyways, my talons and beak are yours. Just doesn't have the same ring to it. There's something else. I can already see things are bad, but the tales of Walsar Chorus are burning down and its people dying out. I'm sorry, I don't believe those. It can't be true. We're not the kind of folks to be snuffed out just like that. I have kin in a village not far from here. Current Glen. Let's go there and talk to them. Have them fill us in. They're smart folks. Perhaps they'll help us in battle too. Together we'll clean up Sarkoris before you can say an aroint ye foul creatures. Ulbrich bumps his fist into the palm with a chuckle of bravado. Alright, I'll go prepare for the road ahead. Take care, war chief. I gotta go do whatever this is too now. Hey, this is that dude, that golem. Let's talk to her. Or him. Hey, him, I guess, first. Why do you cast an illusion on my gear? What is this thing doing in our camp? It's under my supervision. Since the day we were blessed with this shiny chatterbox, may Shaylin brighten and vivify its day. There have been 16 attempted thefts, 2 by those I had entrusted with protecting it. Wait, weren't those 2 guys that were guarding it talking in the beginning about how much it would be worth or something? They were like scheming. I think we should have left it in a ravaged city so some smart aleck could chop it up. No, it's now the property of the Crusade, which means I'm going to stand guard over it even if I have to keep this beautiful oaf in the command tent. Brighten and vivify your day, huh? Commander, allow me to say something. Arabeth looks even more serious than usual. Before you, this wasn't a war, it was agony, drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief, at least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness, and the vague hope that if anybody found Nevia's body, she might by some miracle have survived. And that miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I nearly lost all hope of seeing her alive again. Then you went on a suicide mission to the Great Garrison and won the city back for us. You turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that, she says with a snap of her fingers. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me they're just more proof of what I felt that day when I saw a Nevia alive standing next to you. You're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war, and in spite of everything, deliver us to the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. Found a scabbard with her family name on it in the Great Garrison. Arabeth looks down. The scabbard held a solemn hour, my family sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Anevia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I would think, I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help the family. I hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. And see that you truly love her. Delicate blush appears on Arabeth's cheeks. She nods silently. Arabeth lovingly traces the name imprinted in silver on the scabbard's leather. My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however, our humble name might be, it's worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see Solemn Hour again, but at least I have its scabbard back. Thank you. I'll just do this offline. I don't know if I see someone. Okay. Turns out that the Queen has her head of counterintelligence watching me. I wonder why. Need reinforcements. Get us more souls. Hard to believe your origin is so humble. Deserve a noble title more than many who inherit them. Arabeth's cheeks blush a little. Thank you, Commander. It's an honor to hear that, especially from you. Every noble family begins somewhere. You must have heard the recent story from the Stolen Lands and the River Kingdoms. Just imagine, coming from nowhere and making it all the way to a royal crown in just a few years. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I managed to distinguish myself somehow. Then I push away such unworthy, selfish thoughts, of course. We don't fight for rewards. The fate of the world is at stake. And yet, Arabesque's blush deepens as she falls silent. Turns out the queen has her... Okay, let's say that. You think the queen doesn't trust you? If that were true, she wouldn't have put you in charge of this army. My main task is to be your advisor until you gained enough experience as a commander. As for counterintelligence, Nevia and I were tasked with keeping an eye on your inner circle. But you're not under suspicion, Commander. You're under our protection. We need reinforcements. Erebeth frowns. When we began the march on Dresden, we chose speed over numbers. If I order more volunteers to be recruited, simply won't arrive in time. We pay mages to deliver the troops to the camp, except I doubt that our army's coffers could afford it. If you can spare 7,500 gold coins, I will see to our reinforcements. Sure, why not? Consider it done. Well, I have 9,000 gold left. Go talk to Ember now. Wait. Already told her about the scabbard, right? Yeah. Talk to Ember. Ember is bobbing her head and humming a tune. She greets you with a carefree, cheerful smile. Her wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again into the distance. How are you handling your new abilities? Abilities? The girl tilts her head to her shoulder. What are you talking about? Oh, the tricks you learned when the big gray house blew up. They're funny. Thanks for teaching them to me. It's kinda adorable but scary. The queen gave me the title of Knight Commander and put me in charge of an army. What do you think about that? Elle focuses her wandering gaze on your eyes, smiles, and shakes her head. Don't believe titles. All of us in the world are children of the street, barefoot, hungry, scared. Step away from death. Some imagine they're strong and rich like gods, but don't forget who you really are behind the title. Okay, so go. The way she says it like that. I mean, I guess I don't really know how she says it, but just the word "so go."
We march ahead.
Where's Nenio?
Our path
Here?
leads on.
There she is. Ah, girl, there you are. Stop calling me girl. Very good. Just in time. You'll be delighted to know that I need you for an experiment. So, the Grey Garrison stands roofless. Demons are running for the hills with the tails between their legs. Mendev's queen, what's her name? It's on the tip of my... Ah, yes, Galfrey, is scurrying to and fro. And all this is somehow connected to you, my loyal follower. Thus far, there is no scientific evidence of your exceptionality if one discounts blind faith and divine intervention, which I do. We, people of science, refuse to believe in the inexplicable without any proof. Wait a minute, aren't like... In this world, aren't like gods and demigods and all that, like, actual, like, beings that have, like, interacted? They're not like myth. Like, they are real and people know they're real. And, like, interact with them and all that stuff. They're not just, like, myths and legends passed down. Like, this guy is like a demon lord. He's like demigod time, kind of, but like he's real. People have seen him. People know he exists. And it's the same with like gods and stuff. Wait a minute, what, inexplicable. Nenio punctuates her statement with an energetic sweep of her arm. And therefore, open your mouth and say ah for me. Okay. Inio peers into your mouth with a practiced eye. Alright, your throat's fine. Tongue looks perfectly normal. Your breath, she sniffed, smell is in line with regular functioning of the digestive system. Now for your teeth. She sticks one hand in your mouth and probes each of your teeth in turn with the skill of a seasoned dentist. No detectable alteration. By the way, did you know that many individuals, while being wholly civilized representatives of their races, still have an amazingly powerful bite? As if suddenly recalling something, Nenio pulls her hand out of your mouth. Are you really trying to find a correlation between fang length and civility? Someone gets on my nerves, I can bite hard enough too. Slightly embarrassed. For the good of science, I look for correlations everywhere and everything. How can you prove there is no correlation if you don't bother to look for one? Can you? We definitely must test that someday, but not today. Now we're conducting an experiment on a different kind. Wait, so she's saying she wants me to bite her, right? That's what she's implying or saying. Interesting. Moving on. All right. Well, what do we have next? Ears. Let's check your hearing. Testing. Neo yells right in your ear and nods in satisfaction as she observes your reaction. Your hearing is fine. Was fine. But don't worry. It's scientifically proven that it should return to normal soon. Next, Neo circles you. Eyes are clear. Posture is satisfactory. Limb length is standard. No lice. She stops, rubs her chin in contemplation, and in a slightly dejected tone says, "Girl, you are the picture of health. It's a pity. I was expecting to find some anomaly. Well, now let's assess your mental state. Imagine your hypothetical situation. You are a tree. Two squirrels have found their way into your hollow and are now copulating there. What do? Stick my branch into the hollow and drag them both out by the neck. Precisely nothing because I'm a tree. Let them copulate. Why should I care? Stick my branch. Nonsense. Yeah. Unconscious act of good, allowing two lesser creatures to procreate while protecting them during a crucially important process. Okay. On to the next question. Another hypothetical situation. You are a tomato. You have just been picked from the vegetable patch and put into a crate. You know that today the cook will use half the tomatoes from your crate to make the soup. What do? Unconscious act of rejecting the unspoken rules and laws underpinning the functioning of the universe. Yes, it's all quite clear to me. Of course. An absence of any desire to obey anyone, in addition to kindness and concern for the weak and powerless, your reasoning is like that of an Azara. On that note, I deem the experiment complete. Thank you for your participation. Nenio looks at you pensively and then gestures at you with the wide sweep of her arm. And yet, you remain a puzzle to me. I love puzzles. One of these days I will solve you completely, unless I forget. Now I have time to answer your questions. Come, ask away. I don't need to know anything. Hilor. Who is Hilor? Oh, he's the... This is the Inquisitor guy, right? Let's talk to him.
I will guide us.
Hilor nods approvingly. You've earned the title of Commander. Canabra still stands thanks to you. But you'll have to be doubly on your guard. Your Eminence places a target on your back, and there are assassins about. Killing a high-ranking Crusader would bring a demon far more prestige than killing a common soldier. Not long ago, I stymied a few of the Spinner of Nightmares attempts. Who is this again? Have I seen this? Demon or whatever? Attempts on the lives of influential crusaders. So I know what I'm talking about. Do you know anything about a Pathfinder named Finian Dismar? Let me think. Dismar. I've definitely heard the name before. Of course you have. I'm a Pathfinder too, so you're the chief in these lands now. What about Lady Ari? When I left for the wound, she had just taken up the position. Hitler examines the talking weapon and chuckles sadly. I'm afraid Ari perished during the Third Crusade. My Third Crusade. And now it's the Fifth Crusade. I'm gonna guess there's at least been 100 years between. Yes, now I remember. Indian Dismar went missing in the wound at the end of the Second Crusade. His name has been so at the end of the Second, which means it's been at least like 100 to 200 years. List of the fallen for a while. Here I am, alive and well. Write in your list that I am back, and soon I'll file a detailed report about everything that happened to me. Finian's voice is full of joy. I knew it was a misunderstanding, but now everything will return to normal. I need to write to my folks. They probably think I'm dead too. Poor Finian. Gunnar shakes his head sadly. Poor lad. But such is the fate of a Pathfinder. We face the unknown, but sometimes the unknown wins, and our mind cannot take it. What influential crusaders did you save from the Spinner of Nightmares? Been hunting the Spinner of Nightmares for over a year. My agents, by that time, had created a proper network, reported to me that she'd returned to Nerosian. I immediately suspected that she was planning a great atrocity. By that time, I learned all too well that the Spinner was a master of illusions and charms. That's why I never left the house without this. Hitler takes a monocle from his pocket and puts it on carefully. This is the Eye of Truth. It allows me to see through illusions. My friend got it from the priest of Nethys. However, neither this monocle nor my network of agents were adequate to prevent the attacks, and we were nearly too late. Spinner of Nightmares decided to strike at the Cruciform Cathedral. They had gathered to celebrate the victory of the First Crusade. It was a great holiday, and there was a lavish ceremony at the cathedral. An influential priest, Anthocletus, was in charge of the festivities. They were intending to crown him with the tiara, symbol of his high status, but the sacred tiara had been replaced. Spinner had obtained an Incutilus, a sentient and rather ominous cephalopod from the other end of the world. She'd raised it from an elver and trained it carefully. And she cast an illusion on it so everyone would see it as a tiara. What was I gonna... Jesus. The moment its shell was placed on Anthocletus' head, cephalopod would release its tentacles and penetrate the priest's skull. Its poison would seep deep into his brain, and it would seize control over Anthocletus' dead body. Fortunately, we were able to stop this madness in time. I spotted the Spinner of Nightmares in this crowd, chased her down, and we ended up crossing swords on the roof of the cathedral. I nearly defeated her, but she fled upon a giant stallion, which was able to run across the air as if it were on the ground. I was so close to catching her, she suffered a setback, but I let her escape. Hiller's bitter and angry smile shows he hasn't made peace with his failure. It's a long story. Telling you everything would take 2 days. Which part do you want to know? Second one I already did, right? It's just gonna be a repeat. Yeah. Okay. Tell me, how did it all begin? All began with the task of the Pathfinder Society. I arrived in Nerosian with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Falren. We soon focused on a small hospital for the wealthy where Falren was being treated shortly before his death. It turned out that a gang of Baphomet's cultists, calling themselves the Labyrinth of Mind, had gotten a foothold in the hospital. They were obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims, the targeted fragile people too weak to resist. The hospital was filled with perfect victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless. And when they returned, they were different, almost normal. But the moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark awoke in their mind. They transformed into servants of Baphomet, ready to lie, betray, and even kill. The Labyrinth of Mind was preparing to infiltrate all the elite circles in Mendev, but Baron Fowron stopped him. He was too loyal to his oath, too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom until the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baphomet's pit of vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other, and their loathsome fantasies stepped real from their minds into the world. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things, and they fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could find, but the leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon revenge. They abducted my daughter Lori, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults, mockery, and sneers. From the note, I learned the name of my enemy, the Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later, I confirmed that she was the leader of the Labyrinth of Mind. My hunt had begun. I would get Lori back at any cost. Taylor grits his teeth with bulldog determination. Okay, man. Sorry to hear that. Can I talk to these people? I don't think there's something new. Okay, let's talk to Camellia. Greetings. The neat smile on Camelia's lips disappeared so quickly you almost wonder if you imagined it. What do you think of the powers you received from me? Camellia shrugs nonchalantly. People of noble descent grow accustomed to ample opportunity. The powers I received from you are useful, but I see no point in treating them with excessive piety. I mean, true, but I don't know. It feels more like receiving like a magic weapon versus receiving like a gift from a goddess, you know what I mean? It's like yeah, they're both powerful, but come on, man. We'll talk later. Dawning smile on Camelia's face freezes and quickly dies away.
Without a doubt.
Very odd. Wanna talk? What do you think of my new powers? Woljet pauses to think, rubbing his chin. You mean what you did back there? I have a few ideas. We could send you to Pitax underground arena to fight. Give you a scary name like Swiftsting or something like that. Give you a great cover story. Enemies burned your house down. You're avenging your dead family. The public eats that stuff up. You'll wear a shiny, eye-catching outfit, or a black one if you like black better. Split the prize money, 60-40. 60 for me, of course. 60? What the hell? You know, arranging fights isn't easy. Those people are tough. I'll be taking more risk than you, and after we get set up in Pitax, we'll tour different cities, make some real money. What do you think of that? Other suggestions? What's your grins is yellow eyes lighten up. I got one more. Have you heard of Rasmaron? That's some land in the River Kingdom ruled by King Rasmir. A friend of mine used to live in Rasmir. He got out of there as fast as he could. Long story short, this King Rasmir of theirs is a god. Keeps his people under his heel. They're all terrified of what he might do. Sits on his throne wearing some white mask, giving power to anyone. Come and take power from me, he says, so long as you believe in me. Waldrick quickly checks that no one is eavesdropping. But that friend of mine, the one who fled, has a half-sister on his old man's side who cooks in the castle, and a washerwoman who the cook plays cards with in the evenings told her a juicy rumor. Word is, Rasmir isn't the real god at all. He's got no powers. So here's my point. You do have powers, pretty scary ones too. I'll find some shabby little kingdom, I'll start some rumors, you'll show off a few tricks to wow the locals, and that's it. We'll make you a deity. First, I want you to put it in writing that I'll be your chief advisor. I'm not doing anything, just on a nod. I've been there. People promise you mountains of gold, and then when it comes to it, they're all, get lost, or I'll set the dogs on you. Do you like the idea? Uh, call myself a god and deceive people. That's disgusting. You should be punished for your heretical thoughts. Great idea. We'll get to work on it just as soon as we get out of this mess. Cleaning privies is disgusting. Deceiving an entire kingdom is an art. You're not appreciating what it is I'm offering you, Chief. I don't make offers like that to just anyone you know. Because how many people do you know that have, like, powers given to them by a goddess, man? Or an angel or whatever?
Forwards.
Who do I talk to now? Sheila, Bayron, and Social. Hey, I should talk to Horgus. Maybe he has, oh. Oh no, he's right here. Horgus Squirm has been expecting you. Thumb stuck in his belt. There you are. I've been waiting. As you see, I too have joined the crusade. I don't know how to swing the sword, but war is costly, and I have money. Besides, my intellect and business sense may prove useful even on the battlefield. Besides, I believe Horgus shifts awkwardly from foot to foot. I believe I owe you an apology. The way I behaved was rude, ill-mannered. You are an honest and honorable person. You have clawed your way up from the bottom of society to the title of Knight Commander, and you are friends with the Queen Galfrey herself. Such persistence deserves respect. Horgus tilts his head in brief acknowledgement of your merits. Please allow me to give you this magic amulet from my humble personal treasury to mark our future cooperation. Why, this dude, he's apologizing and stuff, but is he doing it? Like, he's literally saying, I'm like Knight Commander and friends with the Queen and stuff. I don't think he's being nice and apologizing because he wants to be. He's just doing it because he thinks he can get something, probably. Aren't you afraid I'll reveal your secret to everyone? What have you decided? Well, why did you have the fact Amelia as your daughter? Count De Ron Arende, Novus Canabras should be acquainted with each other, shouldn't they? He's a brilliant young man with a brilliant pedigree, and that story of his, the nobility is the glue that keeps our society together. I suppose that is why demons so often choose their estates as primary targets. Who would notice the demons' bloody massacres if they only slaughtered poor country folk? The Arende family shared the tragic plight of the Worms. Along with many other members of the nobility, they fell victim to a treacherous attack during a major celebration taking place at their family estate. I hadn't received an invitation and was slightly insulted by the snub, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The gods saved me from a terrible fate. All the guests died that day from a magical demonic disease. I sympathize with the Count deeply. He's endured so much, and it's no wonder he keeps himself aloof from me. I think this is due to the fact that Horgus Worm's fate so resembles his own. We both have to relive those horrible memories whenever we see each other. Does If this is a secret, does Daron know about Horgus Worm or whatever, that the kid died? Kind of makes it seem like that. Or maybe he's just talking from, like, his perspective. Why did you hide the fact Camellia is your daughter? Didn't I tell you this at the mansion? Because her mother, Iris, was a lowly half-elf who looked after my garden. I always wanted to join the Gwyrm name with another noble family. Gwyrm legacy must not be mixed with common blood and vanished into obscurity. Iris didn't mind. We managed to hide our relationship. When Camellia was born, I did not claim her as my own. To all of Mendev, Camellia is the daughter of a lowly servant who died over a decade ago. So they don't see her as nobility then. She's just a random, like, civilian, low-born civilian. Interesting. And before you start telling me what a terrible father I am, I want to tell you something. My daughter wanted for nothing. All her whims were fulfilled as quickly as they arose. I had the best teachers, bought her the best books. She always ate well and had warm clothes. Isn't that what a parent does? Yeah. Um, why have you decided to support the Crusades now? With all due respect, that's none of your business. I had my reasons. Perhaps I felt a rush of patriotism when Canabras was destroyed. I mean, I'm kind of the knight commander, man. It kind of is my business. Anyway, why would you think I never supported the Crusades? Perhaps I simply don't like to brag about my donations. Ostentatious charity only attracts beggars. I'd wager that Arabeth has no idea whose money she's spending on drinks and supplies. When I was a boy, I used to hate Horgus, the condescension of most of all. The pity on his face, his smile when he called me to join him in his game, the difference in our birthright wasn't fair. Envy clouded my mind. When the demons killed him and not me, I thought it was a gift of fate. I seized my good fortune with both hands and never let go. When I told them my name was Horgus Gwyrm, the only heir to the vast fortune of the Gwyrm family, on that day, life was fair. It's kind of messed up. Because the only way for that to happen would be not even just the kid dead, but the entire family dead. Because they could have just been like, nah, this guy's a servant. So saying that it was fair is saying that all their deaths, so you can take their stuff was fair. Kind of messed up. Unfortunately, it took me many years to see the generosity behind the condescension. And feel the compassion behind the pity. I discovered far too late that Horgus was my friend, even when I didn't feel myself his. I never accepted the hand of friendship he offered until it was far too late. But now, what can I do? Reveal the truth, reject the name, and allow it to sink into oblivion? Would my friend Horgus want this? Horgus shakes his head, tired. I bear the name Horgus Gwyrm with the pride and dignity it deserves. As a banner on a battlefield, I will multiply its merits. The Gwyrm family will not be forgotten. I still serve Horgus Gwyrm. Horgus attempts to smile, but the result is pathetic. It's not so much that he's like keeping the name going or took their name and stuff or whatever. Instead, like he thinks, like I said, them dying and him taking their place or whatever is a not a good thing, but a fair thing. Trading several lives, not for his own life, but for a better life. If it was his own life, it would be more understandable, but he's literally trading everyone's life for stuff. Like greed. Aren't you afraid I'll reveal your secret? Are you threatening me? I've invested a lot of money in your crusade, and I will invest in it even more, and yet you think to humiliate me in front of everyone. That's not gonna work. If a scandal breaks out, it will be your word against mine, and I've been known as Horgus Gwyrm for several decades. I own a vast estate outside of Canabras and share of the local quarry. I'll defend my good name to the end. Your claims will seem like vile slander. I'll see to that. Or his fame becomes blotchy, and his eyes nearly pop out of their sockets. He calms himself with visible effort. However, I do hope it won't come to any of that. We're all here for a common cause, victory over the demons, and I intend to see this business through. This guy needs to calm down, man. It was just a question. Like, I get it. It's about something, crazy or whatever, serious, but still. Horgus pierces you with a long, heavy stare. I'm not gonna tell you about that. Some things ought to remain private. We talk to Camellia again. Yeah, she doesn't say anything. Okay. Maybe this guy has is it him? No, it's him. No, it's not him. It's him. The hell was that? Okay, he still don't. Alright, I guess he just is not gonna have arrows. Wait, damn it, you again, soldier. What is he
We
talking
march
about?
ahead.
Who is this mysterious elf? What the hell was that? Leoder Hawkblade.
Our
Hawk
path
this.
leads on.
Commander, a tall man with the piercing yellow-green eyes gives you a brief nod. Let me personally congratulate you on your new title and thank you for your time in advance. I am Leoder Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomade, a bringer of light. Require your assistance in a delicate matter involving one of your companions, young Count Daeron Arende. What brings you? Well, I mean, he just told me, but I ask you to assist the Church of Iomade in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps it will explain why I am calling upon you. Inquisitor's open face instantly reveals his feelings. He frowns and looks through you, lost in his thoughts for a moment. I suppose that you have already heard about Count Arende's story. I refer to the tragedy at Heaven's Edge Estate. Tell me, well, I mean, I already do. You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the world wound, and yet on that day it turned into a labyrinthine house of horrors, like something only seen in nightmares. Apology for the digression. I wanted to tell you about my suspicions. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Was the only person left alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send why why did nobody send two Canabras for help? That sounds so weird. Like I get it, it makes sense. But it's just I don't know. Um Even though the agony spanned many hours, we found the demons dead with their heads cut off. When we got into the estate, how were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate? Were said to be immune to any disease. If the demons had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defenses, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy at Heaven's Edge? Yeah, that is kinda sus. You are the only person who can help me here, Commander, because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all these years, and only the Count has the power to break that seal. He is unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside, and in any case, he won't like me sniffing around his family seat. But if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways, 1,000 paths, and a myriad of loopholes in human lives that the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I am not sure which one of those led the demons to the gates of Heaven's Age, but I do know it wasn't a simple raid, the kind Crusaders face every day. That incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that is why I'm asking for your help. We cannot be sure such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. Why can't you just search without involving me? The estate is abandoned and sealed with powerful containment enchantments that only the Count himself can lift. This is not the main reason, however. The main reason is that Count Arende is not officially under investigation by the Inquisition. So I couldn't just break into his house even if I found a way to bypass the spells. This is a serious matter. The Order frowns. A matter that threatens the reputation of the entire Church of Iomade and my organization in particular. We made more than enough unforgivable mistakes during the Third Crusade and are still dealing with their consequences. Presence will give my investigation the necessary legitimacy, Commander. But there is more. In addition to getting official permission, I'd also like to bring an independent third-party investigator to the case. Someone independent but well-respected, and you fit this role perfectly. Let's make Damon assign something. What do you expect to find now? I was young and inexperienced Inquisitor when I first visited Heaven Edge 10 years ago. Okay, see, this is kind of weird. If he was young and inexperienced, why would they send him to something so important? Aaron's the family was relatives to the Queen, and something tragic happened to their entire family. Why would they send inexperienced people? Like, that makes no sense. My skills have improved significantly since then, and I have paid dearly for that. The Order makes a vague gesture pointing at his scars. My arsenal includes many spells, techniques dedicated to information gathering about people and events. Almost all of them require me to be physically present in the place where the event in question happened. That is why I must return to Heaven's Edge. Did you question Darren himself? I did, but the Count insisted he couldn't remember anything about the incident due to severe shock. He saw the demons at the very beginning when they appeared at the celebration to announce the onset of the plague and mock their victims. He also witnessed the death of his mother, Countess Selena. That was all he would tell me. The Order pauses. We had found the young Count sleeping like a log on the floor in one of the rear chambers, having drunk about half the family wine cellar all by himself. There's no reason to disbelieve him on the matter. I'm gonna assume he summoned them somehow. And maybe he did something. Maybe it wasn't like demonic, it was just like some magical thing. I don't know, we'll see. No, because they said they found demons there, but they had like their heads cut off or something, right? And we're gonna find out, obviously, I'm sure. Tell me what happened at Heaven's Edge. 10 years ago, several powerful demons managed to penetrate the Wardstone barrier and commit mass murder of all the guests who attended the feast and celebration of young Darren's birthday. The unknown magical disease they had brought wiped out the whole estate in less than a day. This was not a unique case in itself. Demons had attempted such raids on Mendevian lands before, and never dared target such a well-protected place. The Rende family was exceptionally rich, the estate protected by elite bodyguards. There were several strong and righteous paladins among the guests. Moreover, the revered Nestrin, Darren's tutor, was one of the most powerful priests of Iomade in the vicinity. All of them died, nonetheless, except for the young Count, who had suddenly manifested his outstanding sacred healing powers. Was that a divine miracle or a curse? That remains to be seen. I deliberately refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions so that it doesn't affect the investigation. There's a saying among my colleagues, a suspicion is the mother of prejudice, and prejudice is married to failure. I can only tell you the Count Arende wasn't suffering from demonic possession, the most common malaise in our country at the time. Prelate Holroyd himself examined the boy right after the tragedy, and he didn't sense anything awry with him. Fine, I'll help you. Leota bows his head with exceptional reverence. Thank you, Commander. Now I ask you to speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see Heaven's Edge. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort when assignment travel is safe. When we get there, I will also require your help during the investigation. Follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. I will remain here for a while. Are you one of Prelate Holrun's followers? But he nods. Yes, of course. What is your opinion? Were you there during the attack of Canabras? I was on the hunt. A very successful one, but as often happens in life, the minor success was a mere harbinger of a larger failure. If I hadn't been so far away from Canabras on the day of the attack, I might have been able to help my comrades and prevent a number of deaths. What's your opinion on his atrocities? The owner is silent for a while. Usually people reveal such things about themselves only to their confessor, not to some curious stranger. Still, I did ask for your help, and that imposes certain obligations upon me. Let me put it like this. I spent enough years by Prelate Holrun's side to learn how to keep him from going over the line. I mean, he's burned people at the stake and stuff, hasn't he? Was that before he came along? The Prelate is an extraordinary man. But he has fallen prey to his own paranoia and monumental sense of responsibility, which he has gradually eroded with his sharp mind. He has witnessed so much hideous darkness that he now sees it in every shadow. Yet his strength was, and still is, a shield for all the people of Mendev. That is my opinion. His comrades and advisors are necessary to prevent him from making unforgivable mistakes. Tell me about yourself, bro. I'm orphan by birth, but I have lived in Mendev for most of my life, dedicating myself to the service of the Inheritor. My warrior brethren mostly worship Gorum, but I've never been eager to fight for the sake of battle alone. I was a good fighter in my early youth and could easily best most of my peers, but I didn't enjoy showing off my skills. Victory is bland on its own. Purpose adds flavor to war. I can say that I have always been a faithful sword of Iomade. Back in my mercenary days, fate brought me to the borders of Mendev, where I spent quite a long time among crusaders. Fighting shoulder to shoulder with my righteous comrades in arms, watching demons commit their atrocities, eventually led me to something that I'd been seeking my whole life: purpose and faith. That is how I found my calling. Even though it may be hard at times, I've never regretted my decision. Alright, I have to go, man. Alright.
I will
I
guide
gotta
us.
talk to... I gotta talk to that guy and tell him we gotta go check his stuff out. Who is this again?
Hello again. I'm very
Sociel.
pleased to meet you.
A young cleric
Thank you
stands
for
before an
taking the
easel,
time
his
to talk
brush
to me.
hovering over the canvas without touching it. Instead of painting, the young man absent-mindedly gazes at the skies of Canabras, which is still streaked with towering plumes of black smoke. Finally, he notices you and smiles, shaking off his stupor. Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to
It's a
me.
pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was
Oh.
a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
Who are you, and how could you possibly be of use to my army?
My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy.
This guy's like a theater kid or an art. The followers of Shaylin are usually like artists or something, right? They're like musicians and actors and painters and stuff.
I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
What are you painting? Lyrics' eyes linger mournfully on the canvas. The unfinished painting depicts a temple crowned with a rainbow-tailed bird, symbol of Shaylin. 5 people dressed in robes stand before the temple, men and women, young and old. They all gaze back at you with a radiant happiness and joy in their serene eyes.
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help and then they saved my life, Commander. If the prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on my way to Nerosian and hurriedly returned to Canabris, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple. I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
They fulfilled their duty honorably. Sorry for your loss. This is why you have to treasure every moment you spend with the ones you love. Today we're together, tomorrow who knows what tomorrow may bring.
They did more than their duty. They gave everything they had to save others. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
I mean, yeah, man. That's what we're trying to do. Made an artist enlist in the army.
Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer, and I put all my heart into my pieces. But I am a cleric above all else, so I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could be painting idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety.
You want to discuss something with me?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabris behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort.
Martyr Zacharias. That name, Zacharias, I've heard it before. I don't remember who mentioned it, though.
I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
It was nice meeting you, bro.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
Bro, all this pressure is gonna get to me. I'm gonna crack. This
Without a
guy, I
doubt.
gotta tell, we're gonna go to his thing. Hey, bro, we're gonna go to your house. Yeah. Hey, you like your new role, man? Or ask him about the power. Looks like it. I genuinely hoped that getting away from you would be the end of it. If your gift truly did come from Iomade, then give me a smidgen of that power was a very subtle joke on her part. I had no idea that her divine lightbringer of Mendev even had a sense of humor. Don't get me started on the many acts of sacrilege against her. That obscene engraving, the truth of the test of the Starstone, is the tamest one by far. The Starstone. Gemstone meteorite. Ah, okay. Inner Sea. Created the Inner Sea Usher in there. Okay. Like your new role. Aaron winces. You also enjoy poking me with a stick, don't you? Imagine it. Me, a crusader. If my dearest cousin hoped to teach me a lesson, she managed it perfectly. An assignment I couldn't avoid without losing face. This idiotic journey leading straight into the demon's maws. Could have been on a pleasure boat right now with the loveliest songstress and pitax on my arm, and a bottle of the finest Kyonan wine to keep us company. You say you're deliberately trying Queen Galfrey's patience. Is it true? Does it even matter? All of Mendevian high society has declared war on me. They either despise me or they're trying to steer me back onto the right path. And I'm doing everything in my power to keep them on their toes. I relish the prospect of all the fun this mess and Canabras will bring. Aaron grins from ear to ear. I shall either commission a song about the great Canabras fiasco from a certain talented bard or confuse the jewelers with a rather tall order, a batch of silver dragon toys with detachable heads. Give me a week, and they will be in every shop in the capital. You should make sure it's really easy to rip the wings off your dragon trinket as well. Kids are going to love it. Let's do the good one. She's dead. She doesn't really care. And I shall enjoy 3 or 4 minutes of rather pleasant thoughts about the rage of those sanctimonious fools who pestered me the most. Alright, well, alright, I don't feel bad now. Let's go to your house. I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking. Now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all that recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge? Not far from here, and you'll to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Aaron seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior and I'm your advisor, I am obliged to ask your permission to leave for festivities, and I want to invite you too. Sure, the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Really gonna throw a banquet at the very place where your whole family died? Alright, deal. Let's continue the discussion after the battle for Dresden. If you want to celebrate your crime, we have to make it happen first. Alright, deal. Perfect. You'll have a ball. I'll make sure of it. Alright.
Forwards.
Sela.
Hello.
He looks
So,
anxious. She's holding her
What do you
sword.
reckon about everything that's come crashing down on us? All the responsibility, command, this new
Girl doesn't
power.
even notice you at first. When she does, she smiles cheerlessly and stops what she's doing. We'll see what happens
Watching
next.
and waiting is a good strategy. Probably. I'm still frightened by what happened in the Grey Garrison. Were we really chosen? By Iomade herself? You know, back when I was a snot-nosed kid who just started down the path to becoming a paladin, I imagined once or twice that I was going to do something heroic. The lights would shine down on me, the trumpets would sing, I'd hear the voice of the goddess, or at least her herald, you know? I'd be informed that I had been chosen for a great cause. But that's the point where my imagination always failed me. Somehow, it really happened. Without all the trumpets or the herald or even anyone explaining what I had to do. Though it's clear as day, my place is here, in this demon-ridden wound. Quite a lovely war going on, in fact. Endless, I hear. I'm gonna need some time to wrap my head around this. Spare me an hour and I'll crawl into some dark corner and whine about my hard lot. What can I tell you? I cry easily.
Okay, crybaby. See you later. Girl. Oh, these are the, wait, no. These are the other people. You want me to go to the camp or something? Let's see, what quest do I have now? I already did this. Shoot to the past. No. Burn gold buckle, no. These are something I gotta do. Call it memory. Reading to believe the country is perished. All breakers invited commander of village where his kin. Okay, gotta go there. When he's I gotta go to the cemetery. Gotta go to Heaven's Edge. This is what I'm about to do. Talk to these people in the camp. I gotta go to the Nameless Ruins with Nenio. This is, I don't know what to do. Banner, Citadel. I gotta go to Dresden. This one I gotta go to Chili Creek. This one's gonna happen randomly, I assume. Social. So he's a cleric, right? Yeah, level 6 cleric. Okay. Let's talk to these people. I see a real battle. Everything so far has been a warm-up. Reading the letter, takes no notice of you or anything around her. Smiles and papers. Kiss the paper. Oh, these are right. These are her friends. Where's that guy? Oh, right. That guy's probably not here
Our
because
path leads on.
that blacksmith guy was Staunton Vane's brother. He's probably like depressed that his brother betrayed us again. Well, I mean, stuff happens, man. Stuff happens.
I will guide us.
Oh wait, this guy, the blacksmith. He's the one that probably sells arrows. No, he doesn't. Bro, what's the point of the blacksmith? What is the point of this guy? There's a quartermaster right
Without
here.
a doubt.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, man. What is this accessory? Uses the hex. DC saving throw increased by 1. I think I use this on either Ember or Camellia. Is it an amulet? It's called a Blackened Mirror or something. No, I guess not. Ember. Yeah, amulet of Blackened Mirror. A glass thing, whatever. Okay, so I'll give it to Ember. This is weird, because considering Camellia should be... Oh wait, she can't replace her thing, right? She can't replace her amulet. Wait, so this permanent... We decrease restored by resting. I don't think resting will work with this one. This one's locked. Enchantments on this amulet allow the wearer to conceal their alignment. Huh? Undetectable. The fuck? Anyways, wait, so this goes to Ember, then. Maybe I should... Is that guy gonna be in there, that priest that sells stuff? I should go see here, the Nura Dendi War thing, and then the chapel.
Forwards.
And then I think I'm basically done in this area. Hi, Commander, how can I help? There's much I can do, just ask. Looks at you with eyes filled with enthusiasm. She's holding a notebook and a traveler's inkwell. Probably heard about the wound I have. The one sometimes opens on my chest. Can you perhaps tell me if some kind of demonic curse? Indeed, I've been told of your affliction. Nor appears in the center of your chest. Can you will the wound to open? No, that's a shame. Hey, tell me about the wound. Difficult to say. No blades that leave never healing cuts, and poisons that stop wounds from healing. Heard of witches' curses that are rewarded with eternal wounds, but wounds that seem to reopen and heal over time and over and over. Let's think. 4671, a Mendevian armory corporal, had all his bones and cartilage turned to glass. 4700, a scribe and canobrist had all her skin simply come away like she'd been boiled. 4638, oh, you don't happen to have insects crawling over you? No locusts? No rats, perhaps? Too bad. I think it's dangerous. It most likely is dangerous, but you are under the protection of Iomade, Commander. She granted you the mythic power, as they say. Surely the inheritor would not leave you to face this alone. Perhaps you perhaps noticed that the wound opens at moments when you waver in your faith. Perhaps it is triggered by doubt. Maybe it does seem to open in like crucial moments. But I don't know if I'm like doubting things or either way. Why wouldn't it just heal? How did I get this wound anyways? I forgot. I remember falling down the hole. No, it happened before, I think. In the very beginning, right? Because when I fell down the hole, I went and I found the sword, like right after. And then my wound opened and closed. So I think I got this wound at literally the very beginning of the game. I had this wound. Because they found me dying and I had this wound, I think. And then they kept me a little more stable, but still in danger. And then Terendelev saved me. Basically healed. And then I found the sword later, and then that's when it opened and closed. I'm not gonna question you. I'm out of here. Dandy War. I've heard
We
that name
march
before.
ahead.
Surely the guys in the chapel. Bro. The book. I'm not stealing stuff. I want to. I think I did earlier. This guy, he has magic items. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing that.
Our path leads on.
I don't know. I don't think I have one restoration spell.
I will guide us.
Let's see what happens if I rest. Do I need to rest? Let me look at my spells actually. This guy I'm not gonna use, but let's just, I don't know. Let's just put some stuff. Oh, he has restoration though. We'll use him for restoration and that's it. Ooh, disease. I don't think he has anything else I need. Let's go to Olbrig. He doesn't. What about Darren? Nope. Ember. Okay, hers are just. What is it called? There's Divine and Arcane. I think Arcane is the one where you need to prepare spells, and then Divine is the one where you just get power from your gods. You don't gotta prepare or something like that. think. Wait, so who? Oh, right. Preparing spells. I don't think I need to prepare anything for her. Oh, right. She has wisdom damage. They all do. One more of whatever this is. Should I get? Was it catch grace? I think dexterity would be good, right? Or should I get blur? It'll be 6 minutes. Versus 6 minutes. I guess I can, no. We'll just do this. Okay, so she's good. Amber's good, right? Yeah. Buff setup. How do you? Let's do like a large person. This buff setup's kind of. That means you cast it on them, right? This is who's casting it, and this is who's. Wait, does she have a large person? Hold on, let me. This seems weird. No, she doesn't have it. Why the hell? Oh, she does. 8 uses. Okay, so the middle is who has it. And this is who you're casting it on. Show, not request. Show request and show round. I have to set that up later. But for now, let's save it. I already did, whatever. Unavailable. Fish on a stick. Fatigued. Temporary hit points. I see. I think this one's good. What about this one? Can't even write potions, so we'll just. 9 hours. Sure. I just want to see if it disappears. The wisdom damage. I don't think it does. Strange smell in the air today. It stirs the senses. Birds tell me someone will die. How sad. Huh? Hello? Oh, it does heal him. Did it? One wisdom damage restored. Do they have multiple things then? Did it actually restore? Let me try to load. Hold on, let me load. Load. Not auto load this. They had -1. If they have -2, that means it does 1 point. So let's check. It's permanent. It is -2. -1. Okay. Oh, it's -3. He is -1. Wait a minute. If he is -1, it should be healed on him, right? Okay, it should be healed on this guy. So let's see. Let's slow the autosave and see. Hopefully it doesn't save before, it saved after. So that guy should be healed, and everyone else should be -2. But what the heck? Commander becomes host to an anomalous force, and her dreams are filled with strange visions. She feels the space around her distort, and sensory organs are flooded by false images, bred by distortions of light and air. Reality itself tries to expel the commander into some dark tunnel. At the other end, a grim figure awaits. Her body resists this crude attempt to wrench it from reality. The unknown force finds a tangle in the commander's soul, one made of demonic rage and destructive desire. The stranger grabs at it and pulls, like a hunter reeling in a harpoon. Troubled by the sudden intrusion, dark, and ominous force deep in the commander's soul answers with a menacing growl. The commander... I only have +2, bro. +1. There's no way. This is the only one I can do. Succeeded! She needs a moment to figure this out. The commander is being summoned, transported through space by some magic force. However, that attempt did not succeed because commander is not a spirit or a demon, but a mortal elf. Commander is surprised that this spell worked at all. I probably won't get this one because... Yeah, even if I roll a... Wait. Huh? It's 19. Why did it say +2? This one says +1. What? Let me see. 12. Rolled a 16. Oh, I rolled a 4. Press the tangle of rage in her soul. First of all, the commander pushes her ringer down as deep in her soul as she can. Attraction rapidly weakens in response as if the mysterious enemy no longer has sensed the commander and concentration apparition recedes, leaving the commander wondering, really an reality or nightmare? Anyways, I just wanted to see if this thing disappeared. Okay, so it is gone. It does do 1 point, I think. It does do 1 point every time you rest. Let's see if you use a spell though. Where is it? Because it cures all... Wait. Stores all points permanently drained from a single ability score. Okay. Well, it should work then. Yes, it does. Where is this guy? Can I cast spells? From here? Or do I have to go into like the field? I think I have to go into the field and like cast them, right? Can't actually do it from here. Which means the only way to do it would be to go and buy scrolls for each of them. Which is not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. My whole party, essentially. Wait, no one sells scrolls. Because that guy's not here. That priest isn't here. Hold on. Am I just screwed?
We march ahead.
The priest isn't here. Does this guy sell stuff?
Our path leads on.
Bro, I just wanted to buy something. I don't know if you have anything.
That is quite a
What's this?
discovery.
May Canaris be damned. None is pamphlet. Spit on the streets, Canaris. Spit on the granite walls, glass windows, blah blah. Over in the Gallery, chief among them. Ask anyone on the streets to know. Mongrels, dumb silence. Discuss the name which the residents have given to the brave Crusader heroes who defeated the force of evil, paid with their health. Cover the scabs, tumors, bloated, gnarled. Beautiful none, reward heroines, enter exile. Author of these words went down. Spoke with them. Now have you know, a list of them is more noble than. Okay. Guys, whoever wrote this is kind of crazy. Down with the paladins. Down with Prelate Holrun. Down with Queen Gallery. Wait, this guy would have to be in the camp, no?
I will guide us.
Okay, so this... Does he have stuff to sell? No. No, this guy does. Does he have spells? He does. No, wait, these are the ones I sold him. And this guy doesn't have nothing. He has nothing.
Without a doubt.
Leoder doesn't sell anything. Okay, so I guess I just don't get to... I'm not gonna rest, so...
Forwards.
You know what, let's just go to the map and then see. I do have to go in a second. Alright, my party is gonna be this. Sorry, everyone else, you can stay here. If I want to go to this guy's house, though, I need him, I think. I can do that later. In his quest, I gotta take him too, probably. I'm probably gonna reset. I don't know. I'll probably reset some of these people. I just want to see what the map looks like now. Before I get off. Hound's Heart Camp. Canaris. Rice's Cemetery. Crusade. Starting out. You can now control armies on the global map. Winning battles against demon forces provides a large number of benefits, resources to help your economy, relics, return and powerful new items. Capture the enemy fortifications. Previously blocked the advance of your party and your armies. These fortifications can be rebuilt into forts for your own troops. Enemy armies differ in their strength, which is displayed as the number next to the army's name. Hovering over the enemy army, you can learn more about its composition. Reward. Switch between party management and army command modes by clicking the banners at the top. Screen army mode, you can select armies by either using the panel on the left, clicking figures on the map. Much like your party, armies use roads to move around the map. To move an army, you must spend movement points, can be restored by resting for 1 day. Oh, almost dropped something. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna save it. I'm probably just gonna load from the quick save. Next time. But yeah, for now, that is gonna have to be it, unfortunately. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching, for following, and I will see you later. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Bye-bye.